What is something you did that increased your quality of life so much that you wished you would have done it much sooner because it changed your life forever? Learning to always keep my keys in the same place. Honestly, shaving my head. As someone who started losing hair at age 20, had the old monk bald spot by 23, and horseshoe by 25, it took me until 29 to say it I'm shaving. I have a lot more confidence and have gotten compliments BC of it. Edit, thanks for the silver. This really blew up. I'll try to respond to any questions as I have time. Thanks everyone. Edit 2, OMG, thanks for the gold. Hair loss pays off again, LOL. As a kid I read books all the time. Then I quit for some reason. Got married, had kids, started a business. Never any time for reading. Last year, at 45, I started reading books again. What a fool I was to ever stop. I had a decayed wisdom tooth with an exposed nerve, and I lived with it for 10 years, when I didn't have dental or disposable income. My life changed the day I had it pulled. If there's something wrong with your teeth, find a way to get it taken care of. I spent a decade in pain whenever I drank something cold or chewed on the left side of my mouth, and I could have had it corrected much sooner if I'd had my act together. Working out and eating right. If someone asks me to do something and it will take me 5 minutes or less to do it, I'll do it immediately. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I never realized how much stuff I put off until later and then promptly forgot about. Also, once you've done one 5-minute task, it's easier to just go and do the next. I became much more productive and saved myself a lot of time and effort at the same time. Getting a job I didn't hate. I'm so much happier now even though I'm making a half as much. 6 years ago I decided to never be late to anything ever again. My whole life up until that point I was always late to everything, school, birthdays, etc. Anyway, making sure I'm on time saves me a lot of trouble and a lot of stress and anxiety. Also, everyone I know, who has noticed it, really appreciate it. Being on time for plans shows that you care about people, and that they are important to you. Edit, thank you for the silver. Never had anyone give me that before. Preventative physio. Edit, since everyone's asking, I went to see a physiotherapist. Anyone have advice on how to find a good physio so I can add it in here? I'm 31, in decent shape, and never had any serious injuries. However, my family has a history of back and knee problems, and my knees and shoulders have been a consistent issue. I used to teach snowboarding, and gave it up cause my knees were always inflamed. Long-haul flights became prohibitively painful cause of my shoulders and knees. It got bad enough that I struggled to play longboard games, cause I'd usually have a totally cramped shoulder and inflamed knee from sitting still /looking down too long. It built up so slowly though that I just gradually accepted it. Finally went to see someone when my shoulders were particularly stiff and painful. Turns out my feet rolled inwards, supination I think, edit, it's pronation. I had really inflexible hamstrings causing my hip to be massively rolled forwards, and I walk with my head jutted like an inch more forward than is healthy. Spent £100 and 2 hours there, one being assessed, one being taught corrective exercises, and 2 months later all my knee and shoulder problems have disappeared. I'm actually shocked at how much joint pain I'd just gradually accepted and forgotten was a problem. I wish I'd gone sooner. Once I have some more cash, I'm definitely getting back on a snowboard. I seriously missed it. Making decisions based on what I really want, not on what I think others want or expect of me. It was always so easy to put others' needs first, because it meant that I never had to take the trouble to figure out what I really wanted, or to negotiate with others to get it. Just go along with everyone else, that's easy and makes you likable. But it doesn't make you happy, because it means your needs are often not being met. The real turning point for me was the realization that wanting something does not instantly equate to a decision to go out and get it. Verbalizing a desire is not tantamount to forcing your will on others. For example, if someone asks you what you wanna eat, instead of saying "oh, whatever you want, I don't mind," there's nothing wrong with stating your preference, saying that you're open to other ideas and entering into a negotiation to find some common ground. People actually appreciate you being clear about what you want, it makes things easier for everyone. For bigger stuff, once you realize you want something, sit with it for a bit. Then ask yourself, how moral do I think my desire is? Can I proceed without damaging my integrity? What are the practical / other ramifications for myself and others? Can you live with whatever decision you make? If you are missing vital information from others, ask them for it to help you decide. Most importantly, don't waste time wondering about whether you're allowed to want something. You do already, so that's that. Just acknowledge the desire, then set about deciding whether you're going to go out and get it. That way, even if you decide not to, you will know what the desire is and why you're not fulfilling it, rather than shutting it down automatically at the source. I'm so much happier now. I started drinking at a young age mostly because I was shy and introverted, and it helped me come out of my shell. It was a way to be able to talk to people. It became a crutch. I've had some great times, but since I've stopped drinking at the late age of 64, I'm beginning to feel so much better and wonder how different and more fulfilling my life could have been if I'd just tackled my insecurities when I was younger rather than turning to alcohol. Not being afraid to admit when I'm wrong. For years, I was obsessed with being correct about everything. This semester, one of my professors said that it's okay if we are not experts in the material yet. From then on, I've actually been better at admitting when I do not know an answer or saying the wrong answer in class without cringing / hating myself. Admitting that I needed a therapist. As a teenager with strict parents, if I was caught saying anything against them, I was automatically grounded, so I couldn't let out my emotions and I felt like a double agent in my own house. With a therapist, I could work through my problems without the risk of being in trouble. I got a lot of house plants to put all over my house. Makes my home environment look beautiful and feel homey, fresh, and just all around better. Getting into a schedule. Mornings are no longer stressful because I know exactly what I have to do, and when. Get off of work, follow my schedule, and when I'm finished with everything, that's it. No more forgetting to do something. If something pops up, I know whether I have the time to do it or not. Trying to be friends with everyone to the point you have no true friends with anyone. Took me a long time because I love to help people, but the people who use you abuse you, and the people who don't need you don't ever care to see you. It's still hard right now though. I don't have any close friends, but I somehow feel more comfortable than before. I still want to do something to help, but I decided I'm going to start recycling, go on walks to pick up trash, and concentrate more on myself for once. If I'm ever meant to have a best friend, they will find me, I guess. Sometimes it's hard not having someone to speak to, but I'll get over it eventually. Edit. Thank you everyone for your beautiful comments, messages, silvers, and gold. I am shocked by how many people are commenting and messaging, and I promise that I will read every one of them. I am at home crying because of all the beautiful things being said, and for once, I feel like I'm doing some good. I hope everyone finds what or who they need to have better days. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Keeping a guitar pick in my pocket so that I can scratch my testicles in public discreetly. Not giving a. Like literally not giving a single. I've been trying to spin my existential crisis in a positive manner. We are micro specks on a speck of rock floating through infinity. And one day we will die and it'll be over. So who gives a about asking the girl out and being rejected? Who gives a about looking like a fool while dancing? None of this matters, so do what makes you happy, cause literally nothing will matter afterwards. Taking fiber supplements. I now like clockwork, twice a day, and even after a night of drinking, I have never had more than a 3 wipe to clean. I'll never go back to not taking them. The quality of my has just been absolutely magical. I wish I knew of this sooner. Try it for a month, you'll never want to stop. No more peanut butter in a carpet, no more mud streaks, no more wiping yourself raw, it's life-changing. Applying for a job I didn't think I was qualified for. It doubled my salary and let me move to a place I'd only ever dreamed of living in. Drinking water. Get a good cutting /kitchen knife. It's amazing. Deleting Facebook. Did it years ago, should have done it years before that. Everyone here is like, stop doing heroin /alcohol, and I just wanted to say I was really happy with my decision to go for an ultra-wide monitor this time around, and GT and LT. LASIK. I used to be so nearsighted that I couldn't see anything more than about 6 inches in front of my face. Great for reading. Terrible for life. And if you lose your glasses, you need your glasses to find your glasses. Then I got LASIK. Wow, has my life changed. LASIK is the best decision I have ever made, and I have kids that I love. Doing my research on nutrition and making myself a decent breakfast. I don't eat anything after 9 p.m. You won't believe how much it improved my sleep. Cut out all the toxic people in my life.